In 1990, a place that was once barren, full of dust, heat, and lacking water, surrounded by deserts on all sides, has now become a place that has left behind the world's major cities. Where there was once a scarcity of water, today, 128 billion imperial gallons of water are easily provided. Large fountains and canals are being constructed rapidly. Where there was sand, today there are world-class roads, the world's tallest building, the largest malls, the biggest hotels, the highest restaurant, and the tallest lift. It is said that building even a normal building on sand is very difficult, but they constructed the world's tallest building on sand. Here, the police drive supercars like Lamborghinis and Ferraris. By now, you must have realized that I'm talking about Dubai, the city of the world's wealthiest people. Now, you might think that they have oil reserves and that's why they can do all this, but that's not the case. Only 1% of their GDP comes from oil. The biggest question now is, how did this happen and what challenges do other countries face that they can't do this, but Dubai can? There is a very interesting story behind this. Before discussing that, let's take a look at where Dubai is situated. Dubai has emerged as a business hub and luxury tourist destination. It has the world's largest airport, shopping malls, and police cars like Lamborghinis. The UAE is actually a federation of 7 different kingdoms whose rulers decided to unite and form one country known as the UAE. These are the 7 kingdoms. Sometimes there is confusion between cities and kingdoms because the names of the kingdoms and cities are the same. For example, the Dubai Kingdom is called the Emirate of Dubai, and within the Emirate of Dubai, there is a city, the city of Dubai. Similarly, in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, there is the city of Abu Dhabi. Just as every country has a president and a prime minister, the UAE also has these positions. However, who becomes the president or prime minister is decided differently. The 7 kingdoms have agreed that the ruler of Abu Dhabi will always be the president and the ruler of Dubai will always be the prime minister. That's why in the UAE, power is concentrated in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. This is one of the reasons why the UAE is a country where in one part you see a certain picture and in another part you see a different picture. To understand the reasons behind Dubai's transformation, we need to go back in time. In 1820, what is now the UAE was nothing. In this area, different kings known as sheikhs ruled their territories. The area was called nothing more than a fishing village. In 1833, Sheikh Maktoum bin Budi separated it from Abu Dhabi and established a separate kingdom. He is also considered the founder of Dubai. Even now, the rulers of Dubai belong to this family. A little later in 1853, the British, who ruled much of the world, used this area for their journey from London to Bombay. However, the problem was that the British faced challenges while passing through this area. To address this, the British entered into a treaty with the rulers of Dubai and Abu Dhabi, ensuring their security. Since then, the area was renamed from the Trucial States to the Trucial States, and Dubai became part of these states. The British provided security for these states, and the British government handled their foreign affairs. However, the British didn't develop the area much because for them it was just a crossing point surrounded by deserts, so they didn't see much benefit in investing there. During this time, Dubai's area became famous for business rather than fishing, but it was still considered a village. Dubai's true transformation happened in 1958 when Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed became the ruler of Dubai and turned it from a village into a shining city. In 1959, he visited Europe and was greatly impressed by their infrastructure. Upon his return, he decided to make Dubai a hub for trading, transport, and finance that would be renowned worldwide. Dubai is located in the Persian Gulf between Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. This route also connects Asia, Africa, and Europe. With its strategic location in mind, Sheikh Rashid deepened and widened Dubai Creek, allowing large ships to enter. It was a major risk, as Sheikh Rashid invested all his money and took loans to complete the project. Although people criticized him, calling it a foolish decision, it turned out to be a massive success. Large ships began docking in Dubai. boosting the local market. But Sheikh Rashid didn't stop there. He built an airport and invested heavily in infrastructure. All the money coming in was reinvested into these projects, even though he faced widespread ridicule. The entire project required significant funds, leading to financial difficulties. In 1966, oil was discovered in Dubai, but in much smaller quantities compared to neighboring countries. Sheikh Rashid believed that oil wouldn't last long, so he invested the oil revenue into infrastructure development. He once famously said, "My grandfather rode a camel, my father rode a camel, I drive a Mercedes, my son will drive a Land Rover, and his son will also drive a Land Rover, but the son after him will ride a camel again." This reflected his vision of building a city that wouldn't rely on oil. While Sheikh Rashid was building infrastructure in Dubai, many other things were happening in the region. Dubai gained independence from the British because the British found it too costly to maintain security in the area. They left in 1968, and in December 1971, the Seven Kingdoms united to form the UAE, with Ras Al Khaimah joining a year later, making it 7 kingdoms in total. Dubai, although a kingdom itself, now represented the entire country, the UAE. When ships travel from one place to another, they need ports for refueling and loading or unloading goods. Dubai, with its strategic location, saw many ships passing through. Sheikh Rashid recognized the importance of this and built Port Rashid. The success of Port Rashid led to the construction of Port Jebel Ali in 1979, which remains the largest port in the Middle East. Alongside, Dubai Dry Docks was established for ship repairs. As these facilities were built, Dubai's rate of development accelerated. While other countries were building grand palaces with oil money, Sheikh Rashid's vision was entirely different. Shortly thereafter, something unexpected happened. With all the ports ready and ships flocking to Dubai, instead of increasing port fees, Sheikh Rashid announced that Port Jebel Ali would be a commercial-free zone. This meant that any goods passing through the area would not be taxed. All import duties, export duties, and manufacturing taxes were waived. This decision by Sheikh Rashid was a game changer, making the route a favorite for everyone, contributing approximately 24% to Dubai's GDP. Dubai quickly grew into a major city, largely thanks to Sheikh Rashid's bold decisions and his vision at that time. At one time, Karachi Airport in Pakistan was a very large and busy airport. Due to Pakistan's strategic location, flights from America to British Airways all passed through Pakistan, making Pakistan International Airlines quite significant. Sheikh Rashid wanted to divert this business to Dubai, as Dubai also had a favorable location. He worked hard and built multiple runways, leading to a situation where airlines like Singapore Airlines, Indian Airlines, Malaysian Airlines, and others operating between Asia and Europe started using Dubai as a refueling point. But it didn't stop there, because Sheikh Rashid wanted to divert the entire airline business to Dubai. In 1985, he started an airline named Emirates. To achieve this, he invested heavily and even bought planes from Pakistan. Slowly but surely, Dubai managed to divert all the business from Pakistan, and Emirates Airlines left other airlines far behind. Emirates Airlines received separate funding from the Dubai government and was not taxed, unlike other airlines, where the governments taxed them and made them bear their own expenses. This allowed Emirates to surpass all others, eventually outpacing airlines worldwide. If you've ever been to Dubai, you must have noticed that although Dubai is a country that strictly follows religion, it has no special restrictions for outsiders. Dubai was designed so that people from any country could come without hesitation. Once they visited, they would want to return again and again, helping Dubai to make more money. This mindset, which we see in Dubai today, was also initiated by Sheikh Rashid. When ships from around the world started coming to Dubai, he knew that outsiders would also come, and it was essential for the local people to feel comfortable within Dubai. That's why Dubai has much more open rules and regulations compared to neighboring countries. Sheikh Rashid's forward-thinking approach was further advanced by his son. As a result of the ports and trade, people from all over the world began to come to Dubai. Sheikh Rashid then thought of providing these people with more facilities to encourage them to stay longer in Dubai. This marked the beginning of Dubai's transformation into a tourist destination. What started with the construction of ports gradually led to the development of Dubai as a tourist destination. Large hotels and buildings were constructed to turn Dubai into a tourist hub. Dubai's hotel sector began to boom rapidly. Initially, Dubai thrived on those who came through the ships, but in 1990, Sheikh Rashid tried to attract tourists from around the world to further Dubai's progress. However, despite having hotels and all the necessary facilities, tourists were not coming to Dubai in large numbers. To address this, Dubai added another element to its tourism: glamour. Anything famous or popular in the world was brought to Dubai on a larger scale. In 1999, Dubai built the Burj Al Arab Hotel, which was the tallest hotel in the world at the time, constructed on an artificial island. But before this hotel could fully operate, Sheikh Rashid passed away and his son, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, became the ruler. Sheikh Mohammed, much like his father, continued to advance his father's vision rapidly. The Burj Al Arab Hotel officially opened on December 1st, 1999. It was one of the most luxurious and expensive hotels in the world, the only 7-star hotel at that time. The hotel had a private beach for its guests and a separate helipad. Such buildings drew the attention of the entire world towards Dubai. Sheikh Mohammed was highly inspired by Daniel Burnham, an American architect who designed modern Chicago. Daniel believed that if a city wanted to stand out globally, medium-sized projects wouldn't suffice, as they wouldn't garner much attention or contribute to the city's growth. To keep a city ahead, large joint projects were necessary. With this philosophy, Dubai began to build everything larger than life. Constructing skyscrapers on sand is incredibly challenging, yet architects from around the world were invited to design buildings on the sand. Entire cities were built on reclaimed land from the sea, which was something that could only be imagined in dreams. But Dubai made it a reality by constructing multiple islands in the desert. As these projects were being developed, the need for water increased significantly. To solve this issue, a water management system was introduced, which made seawater drinkable. This resolved the water problem as well. Dubai had already made its ports tax-free, and soon after, the entire country was made tax-free. In Dubai, businessmen and individuals do not have to pay income tax. Instead of taxing the general public and businesses, Dubai funded itself through oil exports, tourism, and trade. As a result, wealthy individuals from around the world began to shift their headquarters and businesses to Dubai. Due to the tourism and business model, a large number of people moved to Dubai, with around 3.5 million people residing there, out of which only 300,000 are permanent Emirati citizens. Even though most of Dubai's population consists of foreigners, Dubai does not grant citizenship to outsiders. Emirati citizens are only those Arabs who settled in the area before 1925 or whose parents are Emiratis. According to their rules, marrying an Emirati does not guarantee citizenship. Only women can gain citizenship through marriage after 7 years and the birth of a child. If a child is not born, a woman can apply for citizenship after 10 years. However, men do not have the option of gaining citizenship through marriage. There is one way in which outsiders can gain Dubai citizenship: if they are scientists, doctors, or artists with 10 years of experience and have won international awards, or if they are highly regarded experts with no criminal record, they can be granted citizenship. However, even then, they do not get voting rights. Dubai's citizenship comes with many benefits, including free education, free healthcare, housing allowance, cost of living allowance, and a monthly income. If you work in the private sector, you can receive up to 150,000 dirhams as a monthly top-up. If you don't own land, you can request land from the government and you may receive it for free. There are many subsidies and job preferences available to citizens. Emirati citizens receive these facilities to ensure their happiness because if citizens are not happy, the demand for democracy might rise. In 2011, when protests for democracy took place across the Middle East, not a single protest occurred in Dubai as its citizens did not want to change this particular system. Dubai is an autocratic Islamic state where its citizens enjoy many privileges, but not everyone in Dubai is as fortunate. Building Dubai in such a short time required a large workforce, and these workers were not Emirati citizens, but people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and the Philippines. Their working conditions are not favorable and the pay is low. In many cases, employers exploit their situation. When foreign workers come to work in Dubai or other Gulf countries, they cannot start working immediately. They have to go through a system called the kafala system. This system allows the government to grant permission to Dubai's employers to bring in workers from abroad. Once permission is granted, employers sponsor the workers' visas, provide them with tickets, accommodation, and a salary. Under the kafala system, the employment and residency visas of foreign workers are linked, effectively placing their legal status in the hands of a private individual, essentially their employer. This is where the problem lies, as the employer who sponsors the visa can control the worker's ability to leave the job. Leaving the workplace without permission is considered a crime punishable by law. Western media often describes the kafala system as modern slavery. In this system, some employers confiscate workers' passports, visas, and phones. The workers live in overcrowded dormitories, and in some cases they are forced to sign contracts in a language they don't understand. There have even been cases where workers' passports were sent to other employers. In 2014, a report by Human Rights Watch detailed the exact situation faced by female domestic workers in the UAE. The report revealed that these women were physically abused by their employers, not paid their wages, not allowed to contact their families, made to work up to 20 hours a day with only 4 hours of sleep, and not given any days off. There was also no emergency helpline where they could lodge complaints. When these issues gained international attention, the UAE introduced a new worker protection law in 2017, which improved the situation to some extent. However, in 2022, a report by The Guardian revealed that during the Dubai Expo, workers' passports were confiscated again and labor laws were not followed, raising further questions. While the rules are more favorable for male citizens, they remain very strict for female citizens. In 2018, Dubai's ruler, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum's daughter, Princess Latifa, escaped from Dubai to Oman and reached Goa, India, but was captured by the Indian Coast Guard. She claimed that she was fleeing from her father and sought political asylum, but the Indian Special Forces sent her back to Dubai on a private jet. Later in 2021, she secretly made a video in which she stated that her father had kept her hostage in Dubai and that her life was in danger. Similarly, in June 2019, Princess Haya bint Hussein, the wife of Dubai's ruler, fled to England with her 2 children, where she was granted asylum. Princess Latifa's sister, Princess Shamsa, also disappeared while vacationing in July 2000 and later started living in London. However, a few days later, she was kidnapped and brought back to Dubai on a private jet. In 2020, a UK court revealed that her kidnapping was orchestrated by her father. Although Dubai appears to be a modern city, it is still governed by conservative authority. Dubai has made progress in many areas, but in others, it still lags behind. However, turning desert sand into a major metropolis is nothing short of a miracle. Thanks for watching.